Hello, everybody. It's Rebecca with the Santosha Way, and I am your Akashic Records facilitator. Today, we are talking about the Pisces super full blue moon that is happening on Wednesday, August 30th, 2023 at 6:35 p.m. Pacific Time, 8:35 p.m. Central Time, and 9:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the reason we talk about the moon cycles at the Santosha Way is because our goal is to live well within the energies at play. So we'd like to know and be informed about what is going on in our astrological sky. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and as the higher octave of Venus, Neptune is known as our planet of unconditional love. This is a water sign and it's represented by the fish. It's associated with the 12th house of endings and beginnings, self-sabotage, the subconscious, that which is hidden and removed from us, being removed from society, and being in the more spiritual realms. I like to refer to Pisces or the 12th house specifically as the closet. You've been sticking everything in the closet all year long. Once you get to the 12th house energy, you want to clean that closet out, pull everything out of it, go through it, get rid of what no longer serves you, and begin to prepare for a fresh new cycle and a new start in life. So Pisces, we're having a Pisces full moon. This is the last full moon of a zodiacal calendar of full moons. Our next full moon will be in Aries, which is the start of a new set of full moons, right? So we really are, when we have a Pisces full moon, we really are cleaning out the emotional and spiritual closet. We're going through things and we're releasing everything that did not come to fruition from all the previous full moons that we've had, and letting go of all of that energy so that we can begin again and start fresh. Pisces in general rules the feet, and it's said to have one foot in both worlds, basically. It's all about boundaries or lack thereof boundaries, right? Collectively, right now, we are on this Virgo Pisces axis. This is how we work. We work with two signs at once. The sun is in Virgo, the moon is in Pisces, and they are directly opposing each other, which is what creates a full moon. So we are on this service versus sacrifice axis. What is practical versus our dreams? What is physical versus what is spiritual? And the goal of any full moon is to bring these things into balance and looking at the highest vibration of all of the energies involved. Where this shows up in your personal life may not be in your 12th house. It's going to depend on your personal natal chart. So as always, I would like to invite you to join us in Phase by the Moon over on Facebook to find out a little bit more about what area of life this super full moon is asking you to bring into balance. I'll have the link below. Now, a blue moon. It is a blue moon. We have this saying, we say once in a blue moon. That's because a blue moon is when we have two full moons in the same calendar month. And it's fairly rare. It happens every couple of years, 2.5 years, something like that. A super full moon means that it's closer to the earth. So we're going to feel the energy a little bit more strongly. And the fact that this is a water sign, it's going to be extra emotional. It's an extra full moon release kind of energy because we are ending that zodiacal cycle as well. There's a lot tied up into that. So in the higher frequencies of Piscean energy, we are connected to and operating in that love that we are. We're bringing our dreams down from the heavens into the earthly realm, and we are understanding our oneness with all, our connectedness, right? We're moving and operating in that frequency of that unconditional love energy. But in the lower vibrations of Pisces, we can escape, we lack boundaries, we get lost in our dreams or other worlds. We can even find that we are the ones that are overstepping other people's boundaries, spilling our emotions out all over others. We may not even know what is ours and what is theirs, especially in the emotional and subconscious or spiritual and psychic realms. It's hard to decipher what is mine and what is someone else's energy, right? This is why it is always a good idea to disconnect from collective frequencies at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. I'm disconnecting from the collective energy. I'm calling all parts and pieces of myself back to me, and sit in your higher energy there with yourself. When you're just in your energy, you've disconnected from everything else. Sit with your higher self to get better acquainted with your own essence, your personal dreams, and the areas where you could use some improvement in your life. Asking yourself, is this mine or is this theirs? When you're around other people is also a really good habit to get into. We are telepathic human beings, whether we're aware of it or not. We pick up on energies all around us. We just may not always be in tune to those things. So you may not be aware that it's someone else's energy. But just like you can walk into a room and feel if there was an argument that happened there just before you got there, and you can kind of cut the energy with a knife. You're picking up on energy all day long. So disconnecting from that energy and asking yourself, is this mine or someone else's, is so very valuable. Pisces energy is the creative musician who can bring down heavenly healing music, as well as the artist who escaped into drugs only to never bring their mystical experience into the real world in some way. This is where we understand that if we do not take physical action in the real world, it's just a pipe dream or a rose-colored glasses fantasy, right? Pisces is very dreamy, poetic, creative, romantic energy. And in the lower vibrations of Piscean energy, there can be this distorted, hazy, foggy, watery energy because we are working with the spiritual realm that's a little bit more removed from us. And so it can also be the spiritual teacher who takes advantage of the student's willingness to trust and obey and follow along with the rules, crossing boundaries knowingly or unknowingly due to their own delusional states, right? So we have to be very mindful about where we are in life and who we're trusting. Discernment is a big thing to practice under Piscean energy. In the higher vibes of this energy, though, it is the spiritual leader who brings down insight, wisdom from the higher realms that reminds us we are all one and that love truly does cover a multitude of sins, right? Now, the main theme of this super full blue moon is to release, 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 right? Like I said, it is the final full moon in a cycle of full moons. So we're releasing all the dreams that did not become, the ones that will never be, and all the things that did not yield a return on your investment. The dreams that we did not fully take action on and bring into this realm. You need to go within at this time and reconnect with your higher self. Listen to your inner wisdom so that you may create a new path forward. Other key concepts for this super full moon are discernment about what is for us and facing up to our own responsibilities as well. That's another big theme right now. We may feel extra emotional due to this being the last full moon of that zodiacal cycle and in a water sign. And because it's a super full moon and it's extra close to the earth, we're just going to feel it more intensely. You may be purging a lot of emotions at this time. Let them flow if you need to, right? Now, just make sure you're not overflowing onto someone else's boundaries, right? That would be the healthy way to manage this energy. We may also become aware of details that we might have previously missed at this time. Mercury is retrograde and it's hanging out in Virgo with the sun. So, what this does is it allows us to go inside into a place of reflection and review. And with the sun also in Virgo, it's going to bring about awareness to that inner thought process and maybe some of those details that we missed before or that we didn't know what to do with. Now they might make more sense. Clarity in your head, alignment with your heart, healing and awareness of your dreams, those are all available to us right now under this energy. This Pisces energy is one that reminds us that we are a spiritual being having a human experience. So open up to the higher meaning and deeper understanding of your life experiences right now. There is always a gift to be found, even in the most painful and challenging moments. You may find psychic or prophetic energy might be heightened at this time. Your dream life might be extra vivid as well because Pisces, being the subconscious, ruling over that energy, it's going to rule over our dream world and our actual, like our dreams that we want to bring into the world and our actual dreams when we are sleeping at night, those types of dreams. So it's a great time to work with a dream journal or creation energy in general to create that which you want to bring forth in the new cycle to come. But whatever you do, make sure you do a deep cleansing of your energy field before you connect in with your soul to find out what it wants you to know. This is a time for final closure so that you're not carrying these things forward from the past into your future. You really want to cleanse this energy out and you want to release it all so that you can receive that higher perspective and wisdom. Some questions you can ask yourself under this full moon. What has become a distraction or an energetic depletion in your life? Where do you need to become more one with all? And where do you need to create space to be your own person? What boundaries do you need to create in your life now in order to honor your personal values and live a life that's more in alignment with the love that you are? Right? If we are not setting boundaries and we're letting people cross over our boundaries, that's becoming sacrifice, not service. We're not able to outpour love. We're being depleted in those moments. So, where do you need to create some better boundaries? Where do you need to let your walls down or clear out a dam so that the water or the emotions or the love can flow freely into and out of your life, right? Where are you blocking or restricting your own flow? Where are you so focused on practicality that you can't open up to the magic of the universe? Or so caught up in the fantasy that you haven't put a practical plan of action into place? Where are you serving to the point of sacrifice or playing the martyr when you're not a victim? You are a sovereign being. You are in charge of your reality and you do get to create it. Where are you being so free flow that there is no form to hold on to at all? Or where are you being so efficient, rigid, and precise that you leave no room for creativity, spontaneity, or space for something new in your life? You want to bring all of these energies into healthy balances, right? You don't want to be in one extreme or the other too much. Now, some other energies at play right now, officially, guys, we have 6 planets in retrograde. I've already discussed a little bit about Mercury retrograde Virgo, and we are wrapping up Venus retrograde Leo, which is stationing direct on September 3rd. Venus retrograde Leo it's been all about our values, our investment of energy, where we're investing it, being more discerning about where we're putting our energy, where we're investing our time into. And it's also been about recognition, being authentic, allowing ourselves to be seen in our authenticity, all of those types of themes. So as Venus stations direct, Mercury is still retrograding, and this is what's allowing our head and our heart to sync up into the same awareness, right? So that we can really move forward with clear thinking in our own personal values. Now, we also have Saturn and Neptune retrograde Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Saturn has been hanging out in Pisces since June, I think, of, oh my goodness, don't get me lying on that one. Saturn's been hanging out in Pisces. Nonetheless, Saturn is a big player in this full moon cycle. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But we also have Uranus retrograde Taurus that just stationed retrograde, I think yesterday on Monday. Oh, yes, that was on Monday. And then we have Pluto and Chiron, both retrograde Aries. And this is bringing in some, a little bit, the Chiron retrograde energy is helping with a little bit of the healing and stuff like that. Chiron is also over Virgo along with along with Mercury. So there's some healing and integration energy happening there. Let's talk about Saturn for a minute and its role in this Pisces full moon. It's hanging out close to the super full moon right now, and it's asking us to take ownership of our own life circumstances and create better structures in our house of Pisces. It's kind of saying, it's your own fault. It's your own fault that things are where they are for one reason or another. That's because Saturn shows us where we indeed are responsible for our dreams not reaching potential due to our lack of structure, or where our systems are outdated, have holes, flaws, or weak links in them. And this can be like a real sobering eye-opener experience if we've been lost in the fantasy world instead of building a bridge between our dreams and our reality. Collectively, like I was saying, this is a huge clean out and energetic release. Wherever you have Pisces in your chart is going to tell you what you might be releasing energetically and also harvesting rewards as well, because let's not forget that the full moon is about harvesting and reaping the rewards of the seeds that we have sown. So this is a time for culminations, closures, new opportunities, because when one door closes, another one always opens. Don't rest too long in the sadness of the door that's closing. Pisces energy can be very lost in memory or nostalgia, and we don't want to get hung up there too much. We want to go ahead and release that, feel the emotions, let them go, but then move forward to what you're creating next, because life is happening now, not yesterday, right? So we had our new moon in Pisces 6 months ago on February 20th. And this is always a great opportunity to look back and say, what intentions did you put out under the Pisces new moon at that time? What's come to light since then? What's come into your awareness around your intentions since then? What are you harvesting and what are you releasing? What do you need to rework? These are great questions to go ahead and ask yourself also about the intentions that you put out at the Leo new moon back on August 16th, that is in this current moon cycle. Now, for a full moon ritual, consider a ritual release foot bath as you're thinking about, soak your feet, release toxins, dump some Epsom salts in there, bless the water. You can make it as much of a ritual as you want, or as relaxed of an event as you want. But soak your feet and consider your footprints on this earth. what you're creating, what you have created, and what you want to create in the coming cycles. I think that is a beautiful full moon ritual, and allow yourself to just release some of the old stuff and welcome in the new. This is the perfect time to have an Akashic record session, to have contract clearing between yourself and others, relationships, all of these different things with Venus being retrograde, Mercury being retrograde, all of these energies that we're letting go of and ties and stuff. In the Akashic Records, we can clear out old patterns, programs, cycles, contracts, burn cords, and really free you up from energy that maybe you've been stuck in a loop and a cycle and unable to break previously. It's a really great time to have a session for those types of things. So I would like to invite you to check that out. And if you're not ready for one-on-one sessions, I have a wonderful membership called Akashic Alignments, where I do personal readings twice a month and then group alignments the other 2 times a month. If you're interested in what any of that looks like, you can find out more on my personal Facebook page about what the personal alignments and readings look like. I did a live over the weekend so people have an awareness. This is what I do in the Akashic Records, and this is what it can look like. Or you can always book a consult and see how I can help you in your life and creating the life that you want to wake up and live. Because that's what the Santosha way is all about, living well within the energies at play and creating the life that you actually want to wake up and live. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today about the Pisces super full blue moon. Big, big, big releasing of emotions, big culmination. Let it all go and prepare to create the next dream. Until next time, may you be Santosha.